Hey there everyone, and welcome to Corey Loses, where today we're going to be starting a new playthrough in Star Wars Thrawn's Revenge 2 Ascendancy, a mod for Sins of a Solar Empire. This is a mod that I'm one of the creators of, so we've been sort of taking a bit of time off from Ascendancy to work on 2.2 because it had been so long since 2.2 was released. So we haven't had too much Sins on the channel yet, or lately, but we're going to start getting back into that. We're going to have our next major thing that we're releasing for Ascendancy is a balance patch that addresses some of the balance between the existing four factions, and then after that we're going to be getting into the Hapens. So I just wanted to go over, do a quick series to go over some of what's going on there, maybe talk about a little bit of what's coming up in the mod. So we don't want to do a huge map, but let's go with deep, no. Let's go with the Corellian sector. We'll get 3 players in. We'll leave on random events, lock teams, heroes. Have all this turned up pretty high just because for playthrough for an LP that tends to work a little bit better. But yeah, so the Hapens, we won't be playing as the Hapens today. The Hapens will have, like as you can see here, they're still very much in progress. A lot of placeholder assets. A lot of their stuff is still being put in. So I put up a poll in the Discord, just a little impromptu poll, and most people at the point where I last saw it were voting for the Empire of the Hand. So I'm going to play as the Empire of the Hand. We'll play with the New Republic on one side, the Empire on the other. The colors it picked were pretty much fine there, so I didn't have to change them. But yeah, so we'll talk a little bit about the balance, a little bit about some of the art assets that are being updated for the next build, and this is all still good. Yes. So we'll just hop right into it. So yeah, the main thing we are focusing on are balance changes. A lot of them focused around. There were some specific techs for certain factions, especially the Pentastar alignment, that really threw stuff out of whack. The spread fire tech for all the factions kind of messed up the Empire of the Hand's ability to compete, and it was such a strong tech. We decided to just tune the targets per bank for each ship. So basically the way that tech worked was you'd research it, and then your capital ships would be able to go from shooting 1 target with each side of weapons to 2 or 3, and that significantly, like that doubled or tripled the damage output effectively. And the Empire of the Hand, because of the Peltist specifically, which is the ship with the single main gun, we couldn't give the Empire of the Hand that tech.
We have found an apt site for further
operations. Now we're removing that tech, and it allows a lot more control when we're trying to balance around certain things. So it should open up a lot of possibilities. There were a lot of changes to the Pentastar alignment, especially because they tended to be fairly overpowered. The New Republic and the Empire of the Hand, a lot of the changes being made to them. That's probably a little too loud. I'm gonna turn that down a bit. It might be, this might make it a little too quiet, but sorry if that's the case. I'll try to adjust it as I'm going through anyways, but. So yeah, we're building that. We've got some of the balance changes are in so far, but not all of them. The Empire of the Hand hasn't received quite as much attention as the other factions, but the main thing we're looking at for them are the supply levels. So the Empire and the Pentastar alignment tended to have cheaper supply as well as more supply, as well as their ships taking up fewer. So really either one of those two was fine. That was what they were kind of designed around, but the fact that they had both and they could do both made it a little too easy for the Pentastar alignment and the Remnant to get an advantage. So that's receiving a lot of attention as well. And part of why I'm doing this playthrough is because I need to refamiliarize myself with some of the Sin stuff, because it's been a while since I've been actively working on Ascendancy myself. Bane's been doing a bit of the balance upkeep while the rest of the team's been working on Imperial Civil War. And Caesar's been looking into a lot of the balance as well, testing that kind of thing. So we have some basic ideas for what we want to do, but it'll take a little bit more fleshing out. So it really shouldn't be too long before the update's out. So we're looking to have that out in the next couple months. But really, it is mostly about addressing all the balance stuff before we move on and get the Hapens and any further factions worked on, because we want to make sure we're at least in a good place with what we have before we start piling in more content. So it really is, it's basically a revision version. So it should add a lot of, it should really help flesh out a lot of what's already there, but there won't be a ton of new content. I would like to work on, as much as we can, getting some extra militia types. So like in 1.1.5 in this build, pretty much every gravity well except on the Hapen maps has Imperial forces in it. So we want to shake that up a bit, make it a bit more random. A lot of it was trying to stick too much to the lore because a lot of the planets were just controlled by different Imperials. But for Sins, we're starting to take more of a direction of just going more in the competitive multiplayer kind of direction. Because for all the really heavy lore stuff, Empire at War and Imperial Civil War, our mod for Empire War tends to be a lot better for representing that kind of thing, whereas we want to play a bit more to the strengths of Sins than we necessarily have in the past. But part of the upcoming update, part of the 1.2 update, will be getting in some of the updated art that we've done for Imperial Civil War as well. So some updates to things like the Strike Cruiser, the Lancer model has been redone. The Lucre Hulk is one of the larger improvements we've made. So that should all be coming out soon. We'll start putting up some pictures of that as well. I haven't done it quite yet for the start of this Let's Play, but as Imperial Civil War starts to settle down a little bit more, we're still working with some of the cleanup after the update. So we'll be able to start showing off more of that kind of thing. Alright, while they're doing that, I want to just make sure we're still building up here. I've spent too much time talking, and that has made me fall slightly behind. We can start getting our research going now. I always try to focus on the economic stuff early. But I'm going to just grab the planet, then we'll be able to send the Syndic back.
Dreadnought cruiser ready.
Oh, that was a waste. Thought I had to research that.
Stormtroopers have secured.
Okay, we got Telfaglio. So let's get all of that going. There we go. And I kind of need a second capital ship. So we don't quite have enough resources for it yet, but 1700. I think we'll be able to survive this. The Cynic is one of the ships that's a little too weak as well. Well, I don't know if it's necessarily that it's too weak. It doesn't stand up against some of the early militia forces as well as it needs to for a starting capital ship.
Planet upgrade complete.
Let's see if we can get out of here. Took the brunt of the force too. Nope, it's over.
A new facility is complete.
Wait, maybe.
A new facility is complete.
Heavy cruiser standing by.
It made it. It just made it, but it made it. All right.
Planet upgrade complete.
We need to make sure these guys still are getting that, and that you're not going to die. Come on. We're slowed down by the damage because of degrading systems. Oh, got a level.
Facility is complete.
That might be just enough.
Heavy
Okay, let's
cruiser
throw
standing
in
by.
your damage to help it.
Dreadnought
Okay.
cruiser ready.
That was super close. Alright, let's start getting in some economic stuff. Need the trade ports. Right, did we scout this out? No, we did not scout that out yet. Where are you? Let's get a couple more Sonora scouts out there. There we go. And I want to get these to Bana upgrades as well. So we'll let that
Heavy cruiser standing
research up there.
Planet upgrade
And
complete.
alright, we've got a scout here. You're going up there already. I'm just gonna speed this up while we're still in some of the setup phase without as much combat going on.
A new facility
Let's
is
add
complete.
that in. Start researching that first level.
A new facility is complete.
And we're already upgrading all of that. The logistic structures we can increase as we need them.
Research complete.
I guess we'll get another civilian lab. Yeah,
The Empire cannot afford such expenditures at the moment.
there we
by.
go.
Dreadnought cruiser ready.
So what are we looking at with
Planet
this?
upgrade
Nothing
complete.
All
too
ahead.
big. So let's send in those guys, and I'm going to send the Syndic in just to wait at the back
We have
there.
found an apt site for further operations.
Need to get to level 2 with military, and then we can
A new facility
get that
is
back up
complete.
too.
Heavy cruiser standing by.
All right, you guys get over
All
here. Take out the
guns
strike
fire.
cruisers. This is what you're here for. Once that strike cruiser's down, we should be able to send in the Syndic, and then it can help against the Carrack and Lancer. Because really, the strike cruiser is the
Heavy
bigger damage
cruiser
threat there.
standing by. Fire for
Actually, even when it's already engaged, we should have enough shields that the Syndic, we can just send it in. It's super slow because of the degrading systems debuff, but
Captain here.
Brasvoli's taking the brunt of the fire, so we should be okay. All right. Alright, it's healed up enough that its speed boosted, or its speed debuff is down, so that's good. I'd like to get at least these 3 planets here, but some of these have a bit more in terms of neutral forces, so let's just get up to 1 Astroni, then we'll have a couple of them sitting by here. There we go.
Dreadnought cruiser ready. All guns fire.
And we are working on getting stuff like VOs done. So a lot of the ones that were recorded for Imperial Civil War, which we unfortunately weren't able to use in the initial release, will be
All guns
starting to work into Ascendancy. Alright, you should be able to just head over to the planet now. Alright. These are just anti-fighter frigates, so it's not that dangerous. Our shields are back up to almost full on the Syndic. So how is this secondary fleet looking? Let's make sure you're going to get that. You guys are all going in. One of the good things about the early Empire of the Hand stuff is that they do get a lot of fighters from their level 1 frigates.
Hyperspace jump complete.
Okay, let's take out this Vindicator while it's there. Okay, cool. So the VSD is too far away. We're probably going to be able to take out the Vindicator before the VSD gets here. Orla's been taken. What's here? Carrick, Lancer, Vindicator, Victor. Okay, so it's a similar one to that. I don't want to bring it up just yet.
The Empire cannot afford such expenditures at the moment.
We do have a lot of those, so we can start getting that. And let's just sell enough more. There we go. So we're going to start building up our economy a little bit more. A trade port at every planet. How is this going? Okay, we did manage to take out the Vindicator before anything else. We have 3 more Carriex coming in. The Syndic should be good. Alright, the VSD's here. That's got to be our primary target. All of them. I feel like we are... Yeah, we should be good enough to get in there. Take out the Vindicator first. It's the most damage for the amount of hull it has, so it's the easiest opportunity for us to take out something pretty quickly.
Planet upgrade complete.
Alright. Looks like we're good. I'm going to send over the Cynic to establish the garrison there. And if we have to, we can send over that fleet to help out over here too. But it looks like we might even be able to take out the Vindicator and the Strike Cruiser before... before the VSD even gets here. So that's good. Alright.
A new facility is complete.
And that's all going. I'm going to actually put in 2 of the research stations here, because I do want to make sure that we get a refueling station on one of these frontline planets. Maybe even if we got one at Polanis and one at Truzdan.
Stormtroopers have secured a planet. The Empire cannot afford such expenditures.
We have a decent amount of Tabana, actually. Most of these ships are just on their last legs.
Research complete.
There we go.
A new facility is complete. We require more.
How are we doing? We're still pretty far behind on everything except economy, but that's what matters right now. We're not going to be in any immediate wars, so as long as we're making our way uptown on the economy graph, I'm happy. VST is all that's left here. Your shields made it, so you're not in any immediate danger. And let's get you over there. What do we have here? Alright, one of the higher end, but still fairly standard garrisons at both of those planets. With the 2 extra dreadnoughts, that's a good amount of firepower that they have.
Planet upgrade complete.
So I might even want to combine some of these fleets, or both of these fleets, before we get in. I guess since we do this in Stellaris and Empire War, if anyone wants one of the capital ships named after you, because we can... this one's called just Hand. If you wanted to suggest a name for it in the comments, this one's Vanguard. then I can definitely do that.
A new facility is complete.
Area.
We require more Durasteel.
Were any of the other ones left out? No. Okay.
A new facility is complete.
Arctic routes. We don't have any Arctic planets, do we? No. So let's go with growth rate increase. That'll help with our income a little bit. We don't need this because we're only playing on a single star map. Maybe we should even get an Aphthonia. Yeah, that might be the right play. Let's do that. As soon as we can afford that, let's research that, and we'll get ready for that. That. Okay, you guys get in there. How are your shields and hull? You only have shield damage. That's good. So we might be able to go almost straight in.
Hyperspace jump complete. A new facility is complete. A new facility is complete.
Well, let's check out our new plans to make sure we get a trade port going. We have one that's going up there. We need one up here. And we've got one there.
Research complete.
And where are they?
Research complete.
I want 2 of them, I think. Honestly, I think this fleet can actually go in here.
Planet upgrade complete.
I do want to make sure we get to these places before the Empire and New Republic does.
A new facility is complete.
Let's send the Aphthonia into this fleet. Heal up that Syndic a little bit more. Where is that Syndic?
Planet upgrade complete.
Oh, it's right there. Valeria, you're good. Oh, we're in battle. Let's turn this down. Again, let's focus on the Vindicator.
Bomber wing reporting.
Bombers go for the
Bring
VSDs.
noise.
There we go. Vindicator shut down. Let's switch over to this Dreadnought. Increase your damage. And let's get some Warlords researched. This increases our income from having a bunch of mining facilities. So that's a really strong one for the Empire of the Hand. That's a good portion of your economy. And I do want to get up to our first hero before we end the episode. So if we can get up to our Alani, that'd be nice. Okay, that Dreadnought's pretty much over. Let's get over to the VSD. You guys are using your extra banks on that? No. Okay, your shields are about to fail, but the VSD, once that's done, I think we'll have most of the fire we were worried about down. A lot of our fighters were taken out by those Lancers too. Alright, so that, let's get over the Strike Cruiser. They don't have the strongest hull, so we can kill that faster. And let's get our Alani up. There we go. Our Alani and some of that. You guys should be good now to head in there. Oh, there we go. You're almost healed up. You're trying to heal up everything you can, so I'm not going to be too worried about that. Should be more than enough to deal with what they have in that gravity well. Because we haven't been losing too many ships anyways. I'm not going to build another Syndic just because we're going to get our Alani with that. Let's get the rest of that queued up.
A new facility is complete. Research complete.
And Oh, you know what we should do? Need that. There. Always gotta get the research decrease. There we go. Forgot that was a thing. That was a misplay. Alright, you guys... I'll give you the cloaking device. Get that. Okay, I'll need to make sure we're actually going to focus properly. When you're playing with the blue faction color, it can be kind of hard to see some of the selection ring things. Right, first thing, get all those going. Here we go. And Civic again. That'll bring us up to the last tier for the Durasteel and Tabata production. That's always a good one to get. Now let's focus down the VST. It's the tankiest thing they have, but it's also the most damage that they're going to be putting out. So, right, and the Cynic's back up to full health too. In the other area. Always got to have some.
Empire cannot afford such expenditures at the moment.
Planet upgrade complete.
A new facility is complete. The Empire cannot afford such expenditures at the moment.
I'll wait till that's done.
A new facility is complete. A new facility is complete.
Planet upgrade complete.
Dreadnought cruiser ready.
Alright, Syndic. There we go.
Stormtroopers have secured a planet.
Planet upgrade complete.
Okay, this was actually a lot of... oh, Terran Tier 3, that's why. That's nice. Ooh, our first encounter with the Rebel Scum. That might mean we need another... Yeah, so this will probably be where we end up. Ooh. Alright.
Planet upgrade complete.
Alright, so it looks like we're getting into our first confrontation with the New Republic here. So I think we are going to leave it there for our first episode. I'm going to try to post these episodes daily until the series is done. It'll probably overlap a little bit with our challenge playthrough with Empire War, but I hope you guys are enjoying the series so far. If you have any questions about the upcoming build of Ascendancy and you want to leave those in the comments section, I'll do my best to bring them up in the video, in the next video, and give more of a direction on where we're going with Ascendancy as a whole. So thanks again for watching, everyone, and I will see you next time. Bye.